So hello everybody, welcome to the stream. Holy Saint Night. This is a match between me as Night Lords. I mean, in Dawn of War 3, just have my Night Lord loadout. That explains also the red on the eagle, because Night Lords, the wings are red. Against Dragon something, Dragon Ritter. Okay, this guy is also one of the very decent player here, and I wouldn't call him a pro. He went for Wraith Knight Taldir, striking Scorpions and Farseer Maka. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows his build. And this is a very good combination, really. Striking Corporate Presence Hunters, yeah, the circle. They become stealth. Last Chance, very useful, and the slumber, the stasis of the Wraith units. Yeah, very good. As Doctrines, it's Avenger Shield, Focused Beam for the Fire Prism, and Rift Blast for the Wraith Guard. So very good build, good choice of Doctrines. Now mine are Kill Team Iron Maw, you know, the Death Watch, Jonah Orion the Librarian. Don't use Death from a Move, I use the Land Speeder Mark. The Librarian with the Blind Grenade and Focused Shot Terminators, pretty underpowered build. Of my mostly use other combinations. And Overwatch for scouts, though again you can bring it's not that useful as many say, but I find it useful. Depends on so it's very situational. You need to go for a certain build to make it work. Guarding the troops. Venerable Dreadnoughts command Assault Leap and improves Death Storms. Okay, the problem is... Alright, so... Okay, let's assume...
Preparing servitor for deployment.
I'm gonna have the Fog of War active.
Summoning Dire Avengers.
I think it's a good choice. If only I could... Yeah, he went for double Dire Avenger early on, going to capture. Meanwhile, I went for a regular worker and then what's that? A tactical marine squad.
Tactical Marine Squad
Of course, as
deployed.
you see. Now, should I remove the... Yeah, let me remove the focus.
Dire Avengers
Sadly,
await your orders.
I can't have... yeah, I can't have both players and the Fog of War, sadly. Now there are Avengers moving forward to capture the region. Double squad, second one is just moving. Meanwhile, my tactical marines are moving forwards this post while I'm capturing the center with a worker, and I already built a barracks here. Not the best place, but it's alright.
Let us make the most of this
Usually want to
resource.
build it behind here. So you can take it there. Anyway, he's building some resource points. I'm moving towards the cover. Want to see what's going on using my tacticals as kinda semi-scouts. And I saw this guy capping it. So when this happened, he didn't went for the cover. He built this here and this here as well as I was just building the resources here. You can't build
Requisition generator complete.
you can't spam listening posts anymore. That's great. My scouts detected it, didn't attack. Okay, meanwhile he was holding the position here. He wanted the
Light enemy
lead,
contact.
Towards the northwest.
Now I pushed back his servitor
deployed.
and dropping my assault squad on this spot. Could have been here though, but anyway,
Name your
you
target,
know,
see it fall.
killing. He also went for a power resource here, which I killed.
We've taken
And
a
a power
resource
resource
point.
here. Now, meanwhile, I'm trying to hold
Preparing
this
assault
cover
marines
and
for
took
deployment.
this just for mapcon vision. This was kind of a waste, but anyway, just building this. So it brought the servitor here to build the barracks.
Awaiting
These are assault mines, of course. The guardians can't do much, but I would say it's
Power
okay.
generator
Let's not
complete.
suffer any losses. Now he sees this. He doesn't see this. He's such stealth.
Ordered suspect
And there is a stun grenade. Jumping on attack.
Our warrior portal now stands ready.
And one squad can tie up both. While
The
he's
Banshee's
getting
howl
fire and
shall
moving
join
my-
the war host.
She's going for double advance here. But I went for a bit.
enemy down.
Could have been over here when we were better, but it's alright. I guess he lost both his fire. His Avengers. He saturated this point kinda full at the moment. Meanwhile, I was spreading my resource positions here. Here, pretty soon it's gonna be here as well as in the center. Spreading them,
Doctrine
you know,
chapel
you
completed.
can't not do everything, of course.
Our elite battle brothers are ready to
And the
deploy
kill
to
team is
capture
ready to
it.
go.
May this fuel our victory.
Meanwhile, another assault squad came. And they killed him, bringing it forward.
will
Would pay off for sure.
I hear you.
One scout squad for the moment. Maybe I should have used two for the double stun, but anyway. So this guy,
Banshee
he
Shrine
made
is ready
his
for
balances
war. Yes. Begin.
and his striking scorpions as well as building a south shrine. So yeah, this is a pretty strong force from the Eldar to protect one point, but that's where I saw that this was fully saturated. Okay, take it. I built a listening post here just to cover this.
We have lost a power generator.
Requisitions points here. As well as here.
The
doesn't
foe
get-
has destroyed a requisition generator.
Alright, now I'm taking it back. I have this guy spread.
Our soul shrine is
Meanwhile,
complete.
he started to come.
scorpions here.
So this game is not that bad, but it needs support back. I saw this, okay, that's support back. Grenade to slow them. Right, okay, jumping. And as a grip. And there's a battle there, not battle commands. I forgot to throw the second standard.
Initiating
I
quick
should
strike
have.
upgrade.
Well, meanwhile, yeah, that was pretty strong. I had the
Summoning howling
more
banshees.
advantages than matches. And I pulled back here on the safety of this spot
A
while
power
I
generator
was
is ready.
building my devastators. It's not a bad spot to build here. You can even reinforce
We've
out of
completed
this
a power
sector.
generator.
Anyway, spreading, like I said, my resources here. I'm having this. Spreading my resource points.
Heavy bolter team to a new drop pod base online.
Even made this elite point generator. Maybe it was a bit too much. I should have just went for what's it called? Just for more resource position points, not the elite point generator. Anyway, meanwhile my opponent recaptured
Howling
this
banshees answer
and
the
made 4
call.
bunches. Okay, you can't kill 4 bunches.
Banshees have
Capturing
gained a
this
quick
with
strike
workers, of
upgrade.
course. Spreading workers here, you need to build a lot of workers. It's not, you don't spam them, but you need quite some numbers. Meanwhile, I was moving forward. The second was coming again. Again, I was hitting the resource points. striking scorpions are gonna go down. Now that was a dance jump, and this was an attack pullback, have pullback instead. Yeah, pullback. Let's just right here. Dropping the standard bar. Drop it earlier. But I wanted to deny the resources because a lot of requisition was to get no power. Stand, carry stand now. Another strike down. Thankfully it's the shield to make the stand right into the devastators. Anyway, killing all this. And down.
Unlocking rangers.
Okay, that was all his army down. He started to look. Okay, he went for right. Dark Reapers and Dark Avengers. Alright. I was denying this resource. As you see, my resources are spread all over the map at this point. Even here.
A shield generator is
And went
under
for the shield
attack.
generator. I realized that. He's got no armor to manage it.
Initiating shockwave.
Oh, he thought that I was going to attack me. I didn't think. Let's see on my perspective. Now I should have. Provide more resources instead of this elite point generator, definitely. That I
Will you
just
call forth our elite warriors,
yeah, I can
Commander?
summon General Ryan, who does pretty good issue, but I didn't need him that much at the moment. Now my army. I don't have death from a moba, you see, I got some resources
I
from
am
taking
Jonah
out this.
Orion of the Blood Ravens.
So my army. One
Aim your
scout,
target, see it fall.
2 snipers, 1 tactical, 2 heavy devastators, heavy bolters, and 1 assault squad, and 2 elites.
Preparing
That's
scouts for deployment.
pretty diverse army compared to my
tactical
enemy.
marines
My
for
enemy also has a
deployment.
diverse army. Triple Dire Avengers, double, what's this?
Dark Reapers
Dark Reapers.
answer the call.
But he's, you see, he thought, yeah, he's spreading my resources here, point positions, even this. Building also barracks around the map.
It is now the second
It's pretty
phase
soon
of
that I'm gonna
escalation.
start to build them. Where are they? Definitely, I went for another barracks somewhere around here. I don't remember where I went. Okay, I didn't went for another barracks, but I said, okay, let's have some army first, then, and another scout squadron, you see?
Prepared and practiced.
Preparing snipers for deployment.
And another sniper squad, no rushing to next year. Now this is a highly diverse army, it can deal with a lot of threats
The striking scorpions
with
hunting
its specialization, and
We've
even
completed a
my
requisition
opponent got,
generator.
okay, he's got Maka on the battlefield and striking scorpion. And of course the army isn't to blob, as you see, guys. If you blob in this game, you are dead. They nerfed the bouncy jump and the assault marine squads. Well, I don't agree. I disagree with it, but it's all right. As a space marine player myself, for example, I would have much to complain, but I don't, because I spread my squads.
Kill team,
Yeah, I went for
ready to deploy.
still double flamers here. I'm still tier 1. As you see, tier 1. Because if you blob, even with the bouncy, many complain. The orcs, for example, tend to jump their troops with the tracks. That's much stronger. I mean, much easier to utilize, sorry, not stronger, thus making it stronger than the bouncy starting, because one grenade of the scouts can stun the whole dance of the bounce if you aim it well, and slow death, of course. So here building another barracks, building some armories for upgrades, another lesser post addition, just to maintain the control of this area. It's good to guard it. Resources, again, as I said, spread them all over the
We
map.
have a listening post now.
Building this all over the map. Mix of resources, not focusing on one point to build my
Barracks
economy.
completed.
So
Wouldst
another
thou
barracks
cast the holy
here,
standard?
another doctorate barracks,
Upgrading
chapel,
infantry damage.
doctorate chapel, here. So yeah, what's he doing in the meanwhile?
Doctrine chapel at the ready.
I'm still tier 1, yeah, I'm still tier 1, I can tell from the drop pods of the relay. Tier 1, what is he doing in the meanwhile? He's just camping. I guess
Onward.
he wanted to mass army.
Go ahead.
Or he wanted to go to Air 2 first, then starting to... How much this guy is cost? Okay, he should have massed Dark Reapers if anything, even more at the moment. Though my army is pretty mobile because of the spread and I could save some squads. A lot of Dark Reapers could have done well on him. Meanwhile, I'm still tier 1. Made even more scouts. What's he doing?
Servitor is equipped.
Infantry damage
I
upgrade secured.
secured this position. I'm making, not upgrading to next year. I'm making upgrades for my infantry, for my troops. Which this game, guys, isn't about rushing tech.
Our webway assimilation attained tier 2.
He went to tier 2, yeah. It's not about rushing tech. It's not about
Summoning
blobbing.
Dark Reapers.
More Dark Reapers, yeah, right. It's not about blobbing. It's not about. It's a very good game design, but I tell you, objectively, everyone admits it. Even I. The power core and the turret, the shield generator and the power core mode in general. Of course, the maps are
Dark
made because of
Reapers
the
at your command.
taking the victory objective into account. They didn't just make a map at random. This kind of this is what ruined the game. We didn't want victory objectives. We didn't want, of course, this power core mode. We didn't want just annihilation. We wanted again like
Dark
bigger
Reapers
maps.
answer
I
the
said in
call.
my other video. We wanted Dawn of War 1 conditions. Victory point is newbies. Dawn of War 1 conditions. Take and hold control area. Sudden, yeah, I could see spreading my resources all over the map. Even here. And the sudden death when made correctly in Fashion over
Tier
Caravan.
2 has been attained.
But even in Dawn of War 1 it was well made. And now begins what's happening here? Okay, yeah, I also summoned my
Upgrading stronghold
Terminators,
to tier
yeah,
2.
while in tier 1. Still tier 1. So
Our foes shall tremble
I
and
just
quail
shouldn't have built that fast these generators. It needed more resources early on. This could have come earlier.
Challenges do not halt.
But that's what I had in mind. I wanted my Terminators on tier 1 available. And I like this. I even like this resource point now. The Overwatch
A listening post is active.
points start to... I started to Overwatch to,
Calculating.
in order to...
Duration.
And I have these guys close, the scouts to stun with
Vehicle
grenades
weaponry
and the
upgrade in
flamers to
progress.
shoot, and this zoning army, multiple zones of fire, and retreat positions to replenish. There is nothing wrong with the what it is called. I think it's called the doctrines. Yeah, the doctrines. People complained about them. There's nothing wrong about them. Nothing wrong about the elites. But what ruined the game was the turret. We didn't want this. We wanted Dawn of War 1, Firestorm over Caravan
Heavy
mode,
bolter team en
if
route.
anything else.
Tier
We made
2
into this
upgrade
engine.
complete.
Made just that. If they had done just that, with the maps of taking into account the new type of map designs
Upgrading
of
vehicle
Pavonis
durability.
1 versus 1 version for Firestorm over Caravan or Ultimate Apocalypse, some new maps that they have there. Pretty cool. In general, think about Command and Conquer Tiberian Sun maps. Okay, I'm making upgrades for my troops. I'm building barracks,
Heavy bolter team deployed.
some listening posts now. Those should have gone for army, but I even went for... he tried to get out, he didn't get out. What was that? It was
Dark Reapers at your
the Reaper or
command.
something. The Reaper. He can see. Sadly, he can see the. If I select Fog of War, he can see the Overwatch zones. That's sad. Overwatch zones shouldn't be
Dire Avengers answer the
shouldn't be
call.
seen revealed. But anyway, it's not. It's not that terrible. It shouldn't have been revealed, but it's not that terrible either. He's camping at the moment, massing with Dark Reaper as well. A mediocre player can still lose to this army composition because the Dark Reapers are so many and so powerful, but like I said, well, look at my army. My army is so much diverse. 4 heavy bolters, double flamers, 3 scouts, 2 scouts, 3 snipers, 1 assault squad. I need more.
Deathstorm drop pod
Okay, 1 tier
ready.
2 at the moment. Made the vehicle here, vehicle building here for a 1 dreadnought. Was making vehicle upgrades. So my army is that diverse that it can reflect strong blows.
Machine cult completed. Dreadnought readying for drop.
Having him contained, having control area, heavy bolters here, here.
A power generator
I
is
can
ready.
kill any blob. If he went for some bounces, some Terminator with some firepower. If he went for bounces, not just Dark Reaper squad as well as Dark Reapers. Let's remove the Fog of War at the moment, since the most action is here. Bounces, snipers, just
Shall I decide our next move?
didn't realize what he was doing. If you have gone for bounces, a mixed army, and some what are these called? These specters that fly around. Doing pretty good damage. But I'm bringing this wave of electrons. I even went for where are they? Last
Whirlwind artillery battery
Whirlwind
deployed.
to kill its blob. So Whirlwinds.
Vehicle
Because I realized that
We've escalated to
the
the
blob
next
was
phase of
incoming.
war.
Dreadnought ready. More Overwatch zones. Yeah, blob was coming. Of course I realized that, so I was prepared about it. 1 Whirlwind, if just 1, not even 2, kills any hits the blob hard. It's not that. Got the Death Storm offer for the blob, the Dreadnought. Okay. So,
Enemy elite spotted.
suppressing, of course, I made the improved suppression technology as you see from this. Tier 2 full upgrade thunder. What's that? A cluster mine.
Tactical squad en route. Cancelling deployment.
No, what? Yeah, well, double las cannons in order to deal with any possible vehicles.
Upgrade started.
You know what I'm talking about. Vehicles and buildings. Building
Las cannon
resources.
team deployed.
I guess now I went for the next tier,
Scout squad
or I
en route.
just forgot it. Possibly I forgot it. More scouts for me.
Scouted the
More
beginnings of
snipers.
a new
More
enemy
scouts.
structure.
Or the scouts, you know, the usual scouts.
Scout Marine
I
squad
need the
deployed.
stun grenades. This is a highly diverse army, like I said. It can deal with all kinds of threats effectively. Meanwhile, more of the blob, that blob. I mean, during that, he should have been increasing his blob. I mean, he went for a blob. Since he did so, there are Avengers moving forward. Look at all this. Sniper shooting hard, the flamers hitting hard, the stun gun is blowing up the head, donor hits, last stun. stun them, try to melee them in. Bring this out. Yeah, look at those. Now look at how this blob is going to drop. Not just from my units, but as of the one when it's coming. Snipers hitting. Deathstorm dropping, standard dropping for extra shield. And here comes the barrage also. Block this obliterated. These guys are fully armed with studs. That the other Terminator one, but that was not good. But they gained the shields. There we go.
But we came here for victory.
Yeah, I forgot to go next year. I forgot about it. So that's just what happens. So this time I move forward with anti-vehicle. Yeah, moving forward to for some more unexpected my Titan groups. Get the fire short the treasure here. And the power bar. I mean, it's not that
Stronghold to tier 3.
this victory condition, guys, it's not the end of the world, but
Devastators reporting.
it sucks to be we don't want that. We want it. It's not the same as having the good. This is an. Sorry about that. I had my microphone on top. Didn't notice. It's not the same as having the. Of course, it's not the good, well-made victory conditions. This is a poorly made design of the victory condition, which ended up ruining the game. We wanted control area, take and hold, strategic. Take and hold the control area, which is the strategic points. We wanted the sudden death. We wanted the destroy headquarters. Even the assassination would be good, which you have to kill the enemy lord. What else? There were plenty of very economic victory. I forgot about it. The victory conditions of Dawn of War 1 are one of the best made in a strategy game, if not the best. Okay, StarCraft has just Annihilation, but that's about it. StarCraft Company of Heroes has control area with the 3 victory points, and Dawn of War 2, which is a simplified version of take and hold of Dawn of War 1. So this game, guys, many people were asking that they bought it on sales. This is which is a good move to do. What's wrong with this game? They found this game pretty entertaining, fun. They couldn't understand what was wrong with this game, and players were insulting it. Well, the thing that's wrong with the game is that the poorly made victory condition. That's what's wrong with this game mainly. And that you can't port Dawn of War 1, you can't add mods to your own skins. So, because they wanted to force the players to buy the DLC, of course, that they were planning to release for the games. Well, because they tried to make it a MOBA, thinking that it will attract players. Well, it didn't, because that went to ruining the strategic quality of the game. Thus, no players, so they didn't sell the DLC. In the end, they ended up falling into their own. How can I put it? Falling into their own plans. Failing in their plans. I don't know. There's a. It's a saying about it, but I'm not a native English speaker, so I'm not aware of it. So this is the end of this game. It was. This guy could have won me if he have went for if he went for a spam and camping, and he thought I was a weak player, obviously, and yeah, no. As you saw, this guy blobbed. His damage output of the blob is huge, but the blob I had spread my army so well that he could only hit on one, not even one squad, just one model of a squad. Then I could just pull it back the entire squad, so I minimized damage I'm taking. Therefore, and while I was hitting him from range, and his blob couldn't achieve anything. That's for those who are complaining about blobs. This is an example where that blobs don't work here in a proper game. They can still blob, players can still blob, but against and you see good players who have skill that they blob and fight each other with blob, but against in blobs, but against a good player, the blob ain't going to achieve anything. So game isn't about blobbing. Not even rushing tech. As you see, I made all the techs, a lot of upgrades for the units, a lot of units early on, and of course he realized it, so he stayed in his base because he realized that he couldn't. I was going for a big army. That's why he blobbed, I guess. So he said I will blob and kill his early tier army because I got a lot of units, but. As Space Marines say, your faith in us will be rewarded tenfold. So this is it. Pretty good game. Early on was a lot of action, but and then it ended up into, if I didn't, I mean, a mediocre player who, I mean, a player who isn't that highly skilled as I am, would have lost here because when he moved out, he could have killed everything that. Because I'm a pro here, I'm one of the best players. But a good player will throw out this early of the game and spread. I usually spread my army a lot. He would have killed anything. This guy is a very decent player here, but yeah. I'm one of the best. And as always, Ave Dominus Nox.